Hi, welcome back to COSPARK CH and back to the tutorial of computer architecture and organization series. Let's go for session today. Today we are going to see the session called in the introduction to multiprocessor as well as followed by the structure of multiprocessor and also interconnection. What is interconnection and interconnections structure or interconnections networks and also the role of and roles and types of interconnection network in the area of computer architecture also. So previous session I explained about the array process. This what are array process and the types of array processor like attached array processor and also SIMD array processor with real time example. Let's go for session today. So we have to see this everything introduction to multiprocessor and so on followed by everything. The general structure of multiprocessor and also. So these are the concepts derived from the derived and deal with the parallel computing systems. So and also the structure of general purpose multiprocessor having two types UMA, NUMA and the connections internet or interconnection networks like hybrid or hypercube, multi-stage, crossbar and so on. We'll see one by one with the diagram. Here diagram is very important. Introduction. So you know the multiprocessor system is the one where in the it's an interconnection of two or more CPUs each sharing main memory and peripherals in order to simultaneously process programs. And also these multiprocessing improve the reliability of the system, which means if a fault causes on one processor to fail, a second processor can be assigned to perform the function of the disabled processor. The main benefit derived from a multiprocessor organization is what? An improved system performance. And also the components that forms multiprocessor are CPUs, input out braces and also memory unit as shown in the diagram. So you know the let's assume that there will be a system where interconnection of two or CPUs. In one computer you have two CPUs and also let's assume that one computer have two or three CPU. Let's assume that CPU 1, 2, 3. If CPU 1 having some trouble, it will get the help from the CPU 2 and continue the task what are doing in the system like that. If again 2 any problem, it will go and connect with the system 3. And it improve the speed and also or else any big task is there you can share with the CPUs and do it very as soon as possible. Then the structure of general purpose systems one. Here an interconnection network enables any processor to access any module that is a part of the shared memory. Remember, when memory modules are kept physically separate from the processor, all requests to the access memory must pass through the network, which introduces a latency. And also here you know the arrangement a system. Let's go for you're going to see the UMA and NUMA. Apart from this, there are two types of multiprocessor very famous, that is titled tight coupled processor as well as the loosely coupled multiprocessors. Here you know we are going to discuss about the UMA. There is uniform memory access where the latency uniform. Let's see the diagram also. So here the continuation. There are two types very important. One is uniform memory access, another is the non-uniform memory access. So UMA is have a structure of like this what memories where separate memory 1, memory 2 and so on, and processor 1, processor 2, and these are interconnected networks. Interconnected means there will be connection given by this one. The processor 1 requires M1 and processor 2 follows the M2 and processor N follows the M1 and so on. So we can work together and improve the system performance very fast. This is the small diagram for UMA. Let's go for some points also, and then this another say NUMA multiprocessor where it have combinations what immediately processor with memory 1 and processor 2 with memory 2 and so on, processor N to memory N and so on. First, uniform memory access. Here it's a shared memory architecture used in parallel computers. And all the processors in the EMA model share the specific memory uniformly. Remember, so in EMA architecture just now and also this model is suitable for general purpose and time sharing applications by multiple users. So some general applications general applications and small companies we can implement this one. So here interconnection processor 1 connect to the M1 and processor 2 M2. So whenever problem arises in processor 1, it will get the support from processor 2. Whenever again some problem happened, it will get the support from the last one and do the task immediately like that. And NUMA, so NUMA what is a computer memory design used in multiprocessing where the memory access time depends on the memory location relative to the processor. And also under NUMA, a processor can access its own memory local memory faster than non-local memory and so on. So here, what is the advance compared to UMO? In NUMA, non-uniform memory access, the memory is accessed very fast. So whenever you do the task, it try to execute the fast comparing to the previous one. That's the point you have to remember. Diagram is very, very important. You may ask some 2 mark. If you prepare for any university exam, they must 2 mark also with the diagram, a 5 mark question. Let us go by interconnections. There are interconnect. So what is interconnection means? You can say another means, that is network. Network means what? That is group of elements, or you can say group of machines, or group of computers, or group of hosts. That means the computers are connected, maybe 4 or 5 computers connected through wire or some other arrangement. Because of why we need means, because of share the information. To share the information and share the workload, it will be connected. So if you connected what? At a time you can do multiprocessing. So parallelly you can do work and complete the task as soon as possible. So first option is called multi-stage switching network. So before going points, you see the diagram. So this is a multi-stage. We are going to see some real-time example also for understanding purpose, and don't go deeply as a beginner of the computer architecture subjects, architecture and organization subject. So this is a diagram where 0 1 inputs, this output structure. So like that, multi-stage will be there, stage 1, stage 2 and so on. Let's go for some points here. So it's a network where it's a high-speed computer network, usually composed of processing elements on the one end and memory elements on the other end of the network, connected by switching elements. And also a generalized form of multi-stage switch provides links between any inputs and outputs here. Remember here. And also the switching network can connect any input to any output by making appropriate connections in each of the stages. And routing is in this usually fixed. So routing and some of the terms, upcoming sessions I will take later. You can understand step by step. That is regarding the networking topics. We don't go deeply there, and operating system also. So this is a diagram important, and you can write some of the widely used multi-stage interconnection networks today. What it means? Class network, Bayes network, Omega network is a very famous one, and baseline network. And next type of interconnection is crossbar connected system. Here the crossbar represents always the antithesis of the bus, and also it allows simultaneous access of n processor to n memories, and provided that each processor accesses a different memory. Let's go for diagram. So the diagram, remember here processor 0, processor 1, and number of processors connected here. This is a crossbar, memory 1, memory 2 and memory n minus 1. So like this is a crossbar connected system. Sometimes ask 4 more question or 5 more question also for university. Diagram is must, and you can explain based on the diagram. Here, so here what happens? Simultaneous access of n processor to n memories, and that processor accesses a different memory, remember. And also it is free from contamination problem, like that. And also the small square in each cross points is a switch that determines the path from a processor to memory module. So here this diagram, which is important? Switch is important. This connection, the switch will find out where a processor 1 process connecting. This switch is connected, saying processor 1 to M2 connected, and processor 1 to M2 connected, and so on. Based on the switch, it decides the operations. Let's then the advantage. What is the advantage of crossbar connected system? Because it supports simultaneous transfer from all memory models. The disadvantage also that is the hardware required to implement the switch can become quite large and complex. So practically, if you want to implement, you have to spend a lot of cost for setting this crossbar connected system. Then next one. Next is hypercube network or hybrid network. Here it's a binary n-cube multiprocessor. The structure is composed of n to 2 power n processor interconnected in an n-dimensional binary cube. Let's go for the diagram. So this is the one hypercube structure for. Let's assume that n value 1, 2, 3. It may follow 1 cube, 2 cube and 3 cube also. Generally we are following 2 cube only. See 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1 binary value, source code, destination and so on. So simple and easy. This structure, what happened here, in each processor forms a node of the cube containing not only a CPU but also local memory and IO interface, and each processor address differs from that of each of its n neighbors by exactly 1 bit position only. Advantages: in increase less cost, and communication between adjacent nodes is direct. So directly it can communicate. See, there is no indirect method or anything. Directly can communicate and do the transfer of information and so on. These are points about the cybercube. Next we go for ring one. So it's one of the familiar structure, ring and T at last tree. This is one of the simplest ways of connecting nodes with each other. Here the nodes are connected with each other to form a ring. For example, for a node to communicate with some other node, it has to send the message to its neighbor. So this is the diagram. So these are the nodes. Means what? Node means what? Computer or host, you can say. These are node 1, node 2, machine 1, machine 2 connected like this nearby. So in this, due to screen is not showing, but all are connected here. Structure of ring. Then therefore the data message passes through a series of other nodes before reaching the destination, and also this involves increased latency in the system. So ring, what you can say, example, real time come don't write for example. So if you are, for example, in system 1, let's assume that we are connecting 5 system. The system 1 you have one information, system 1, system 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One information you can share to system 2 either with the help of LAN connection or some other technology. Mostly LAN connection in the laboratories, college laboratories you can share, and also system 2 can share to system 3, and system 3 can share with the system 4, and so on. Or else simultaneously you can work also. You are working a.txt, the system 5 working b.txt, this system working c.txt. At last you can combine, you can share and make it coordinate and make a single document, where in the single document you can keep a.txt, b.txt, c.txt, and so on like that. So you can save the time and improve the performance and so on. So many benefits when you go for the ring network types. Next interconnection type is tree. As the name implies, what it involves connection of the nodes to form a tree. Here the nodes are connected to form clusters, and the clusters are in turn connected to form the tree. This methodology causes increased complexity in the network, but it has some complexity problem. Some difficulties. Let's see the diagram. This is diagram 1, processor 1, processor. So machines like that, the processor 1, 2, 3, and having subdivisions and so on. This is a tree interconnection network. So simply and easy. You can use similar to graph. In the graph data structure you can say parent child mode and so on, parent child subchild and so on like that. Similarly tree structure, the systems connected like this only. So tree structure where the problem is it creates a complexity, increases complexity, but this similar to the previous network you can share the information one system to here and also and so on. Okay, these are the points you have to remember about the general structure of processor, introduction of processor, as well as followed by the interconnection of networks in the computer architecture based on the parallel systems. Okay. If you have any doubts or queries, you can communicate in this social media anytime, and please like, share, comment, subscribe, press bell icon for more updates, and thanks for watching.